Hello everyone and welcome back to Genie Crafts. In today's video, we are going to see how we can create this beautiful paper cut tabletop decoration encased in a transparent frame. So the first thing that you're gonna need is a template, and the printout should be the size proportionate to the frame, which you can see that I have taken a smaller printout. Also, to cut this design and frame it, I'm going to use this 100 GSM off-white paper. Now you have to remember one thing. I could have taken printout directly on this 100 GSM paper, but this is a transparent frame. So that means that whatever cutout you're going to do is going to be visible from the front as well as from the back. So you can't actually take printout on your final target paper. You have to take printout on a separate paper and paste that template on top of your craft paper where you are going to do the actual paper cutting, and then do the paper cutting so that there is no print marks on the final cutout that you are going to frame in this transparent frame. So that's what you are seeing on screen right now. I am fixing the template at 4 corners so that while doing the cutting it doesn't move around and I miscut any part of my template. Also, you can clearly see that this design is slightly intricate and small in size, so I'm going to use this pen knife from Dafa, which comes with a very intricate and short blade to allow me greater control on what cutting that I'm doing on the template. The design that I have chosen for my frame is at a medium complexity level, but that is not a necessity. You can choose design of any complexity. But a challenge comes with transparent frames is that these transparent frames are normally used as gift to other people, and they are mostly used for tabletop decoration or desk decoration. So the size of these frames is very small. So even if you have a simple design and you take a smaller printout of it, the details get smaller and the design becomes complex. Hence it is necessary to use a knife which allows you greater control and also allows you to cut thin intricate lines, because chances are that your design after taking a smaller printout will become intricate. The second challenge that you are going to face while doing such kind of paper cutting is that it is a double layered cut that you are doing. So while you can see that you have cut the upper layer of the template, but the paper below might not be completely cut. There are chances that there will be a lot of undercut around the corners. So do not pull out any piece that you have cut out. If you feel that the piece is still connected, use the tip of your blade to cut that corner again and only then take out that piece. If you will try to pull it off by force, you will basically break those thin lines and your entire paper cut will be ruined and you'll have to do it again. Next challenge that you will face while doing this kind of paper cut is misplaced cuts. What I mean by that is that you might feel that both the upper paper and the paper below are in alignment, but since you have stuck the paper only on the 4 corners, so chances are that the paper is slightly twisted somewhere, and while you think you are cutting at the right place, but at the paper below you are cutting at the wrong place. So these kind of mistakes might happen. So ensure that both the template layer as well as the craft paper layer are completely flat, and press it with your hands always so that your layers are in alignment and you do not do a misplaced cut. And finally, the last challenge that you're going to face in this kind of design is accidental tearing of your paper. Now, this can happen in any paper cut, but since we are working on a smaller scale printout, so chances of this happening here are more. What will happen is that you will not face problems with the smaller areas, because smaller areas have smaller boundaries, so it is easy to cut and remove them. But when you work on a bigger area, it creates a pull on the surrounding cuts that you have already done. And if you are not careful, if you have not kind of fixed the surrounding areas with your finger, you have not put your finger on them, chances are that with the pull of the blade you might tear the surrounding areas and ruin your design. So like you can see on screen, I am always putting my finger just near where I am cutting. This is to ensure that there is no additional stress or pressure happening on the surrounding areas that I have already cut. If you are not comfortable with your finger so near the paper cutting blade, then you can press it with the help of something else like a pen or a pencil or a toothpick. The choice is yours. Lastly, once you are done with all the inner pieces, then carefully cut along the border to get your final cutout. Do not try to remove the cutout with your template layer on top of your craft layer. We will do that later. First, simply complete the border cut and then remove the template layer completely from on top of your craft paper. Since this is a complex design and the border is also complex, not straightforward circle or some polygonal shape, so the best way to remove borders is not by removing the cutout design but by removing the surrounding areas. So break the surrounding areas into smaller pieces and slowly and carefully remove. If you feel that there is undercut at any point, do not force remove it, just do the cutting again at that particular corner and then remove it. This will ensure that your design doesn't get damaged. And here we are with the final cutout of the design. As you can see on both the sides, there are no print marks or pencil marks. It's a clean cutout design which you can view from both the sides. For framing, I'm going to use this transparent acrylic frame which comes with a protective film on both the sides. So there are two acrylic paints that I have got and I can connect them with the help of the screws that are there. So two screws are small screws which goes on the top, and the bottom ones are the long screws which support the frame when you put them on the desk. So remove protective film on one of the sides for both the paints and we will sandwich the design in between both the paints. Try not to put any finger marks or fingerprints on your frame. Hold the frames by the sides only. After you have put the design, remove the protective film from the other side of both the panes for this acrylic glass so that you can start fixing them with the help of the screws. If you will not remove it, then it becomes difficult to remove these after putting on the screws. So hence remove the protective film first and then put on the screws. Once again, try to hold it from the side so that we do not leave any finger marks on the acrylic frame. Once you have fixed all the 4 screws, your paper cut transparent frame design is ready, and now you can use it as a tabletop or desk decoration, or you can gift it to someone. This is a very nice gift to give to someone, and you can put any paper cut design inside this frame. You can even do a paper cut portrait and put it inside this transparent frame, and it's going to look gorgeous. Also, you can do these designs in black color. They also look really nice. It all depends upon what color background you are going to put this frame against. So I hope you guys enjoyed this simple tutorial on how to do a transparent frame paper cut. If you guys like the video, then please do not forget to hit the like button and share this video with your friends. Also do subscribe to my channel for regular videos on paper arts, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Till then, stay safe, take care, and bye bye.